Hello and welcome to Eagle Mine Operations. My name is Mike Welch and I'm the General Manager. Little known fact is that Eagle is the only primary nickel mine in the United States of America. Standing behind me right now, you'll see the milling facilities starting from the crusher all the way through to the back end to the concentrate loadout facility. It's taken 12 years of hard work to get here and we're extremely proud of what we've built. What motivates and drives Eagle employees to come to work? They want to produce a quality product. They want to do it in a safe manner, be protective of the environment, and have the respect of the community at the end of the day.
We purchased the property in 2008. There had been several different users in the past since the 1950s when there was a iron ore operation and then there was a gold operation after that.
It is the first mine that has been permitted in the U.S. in decades. It takes a lot to permit a mine.
There actually was no law to regulate this kind of mining, only iron ore mining. And so they wrote a new law because of Eagle, and Eagle has the first permit ever issued under that law, and the Humboldt Mill has the second permit issued.
Tonnage Eagle is actually a fairly small ore deposit, but it has some of the highest grade nickel ores in the world, and that makes it very special. I think it's important to know that Eagle was discovered in a very classic scenario of exploration where a company was in an area, they were looking for one kind of deposit, there was a very alert geologist, they did some work, they drilled some holes, they didn't find anything, but they didn't give up. They came back 7 years later and drilled the area again and eventually found Eagle.
Eagle's success hinged on our ability to be innovative in the way that we engaged with the community. They told us that there were several must-haves that they needed from Eagle Mine. One of those was to protect the environment.
We actually expected to remove about 15,000 tons of contaminated material and ended up moving about 25,000 tons of material. The site will be left in a much better condition than it was prior to us being here.
Eagle Mine is part of Lundin Mining Corporation, and at Lundin Mining we've got a health, safety, environment, and communities policy. As part of that policy, Lundin Mining is committed to achieving a safe, productive, and healthy work environment. We'll uphold the values of human rights, and we seek to create sustainable value for our employees, business partners, and the communities in which we work. It's our fundamental policy to conduct our business responsibly in a manner designed to protect our employees, adjacent communities, and the natural environment. The purpose of this video is to help make you aware of the hazards that you might encounter while you're visiting or working at Eagle Mine. We're going to go over some of the safeguards and the rules required to help keep you safe while you're here. These rules are important because they're about getting you home safe and sound each and every day. In addition, the information that we're going to go over in this video will meet the hazard training requirements set forth by the Mine Safety and Health Administration in 30 CFR. Emergency equipment is located strategically across Eagle Mine. Fire extinguishers can be found at exit doors. First aid kits and AEDs can be found in lunchrooms, break rooms, underground, and at the security buildings at the mine and mill sites. Safety showers and eye washes are located across the property. Please check the area that you're working in and find the nearest safety shower and eye wash. And make sure that you familiarize yourself with the emergency and evacuation maps for the building that you're in. In the event of a fire or emergency evacuation, safely exit the building that you're in and proceed to the designated muster point. If you're working at the Information Center in Marquette, the muster point is the parking lot in Marquette Commons. If you're working at the Negaunee Exploration Office, the muster point is just outside the office building on the north side of the roadway. If you're working at the mine, the muster point is just east of the Mine Development Office between the office building and the Mine Rescue Building. If you're at the Humboldt Administration Building, the muster point is at the far west end of the parking lot next to the fence. At Eagle Mine, we've established a safety culture that's resolute in achieving zero harm. As part of that culture, we've developed 10 life-saving rules which have been implemented to protect each of us and the operation from our greatest risks of injury and damage. First and foremost, every one of us has the right to refuse unsafe work. So let's talk about those life-saving rules. We always wear our seatbelts when we operate or ride in vehicles and mobile equipment. We never use a mobile phone when we operate a vehicle or mobile equipment. We always isolate equipment and apply lockout, tagout protection before we perform work. We only use equipment that's safe and that we're trained and qualified to operate. We never disable, defeat, or bypass a safety device, a limit switch, or an alarm. We only enter confined spaces after we first made them safe and we obtain an entry permit. We never work or cross under a suspended load or operating man basket. We always wear our fall protection, and we always use fall prevention measures when we're exposed to fall hazards. When we're underground, we never work under unsupported ground. And we always report to work free from the influence of drugs and alcohol. These rules are about going home safe and sound each and every day. A violation of a life-saving rule can result in disciplinary action, including termination or removal from site. Remember, it's about safety, it's about you, it's about going home safe and sound each and every day.
At Eagle, there are some potential risks and hazards you should be alert to. These include confined space entry, working at heights, vehicles and driving, unsupported ground, underground fires, use of cranes and lifting equipment, high voltage hazards, and air quality and ventilation.
When on site, make sure you report all unsafe work practices, unsafe work conditions, injuries, or incidents to your contact. Eagle Mine Security can be reached at 906-339-7018. Humboldt Mill Security can be reached at 906-339-7017. Or our Health and Safety Superintendent can be reached at 801-913-1560. Or if you're unable to reach HSC or security, please call 911. At a minimum, you are required to wear a hard hat, safety glasses with side shields, steel or composite-toed boots, and a high visibility vest or clothing with a minimum class rating of 2 at all times while working at either the mine or mill or in any active work area. Additional safety equipment may be required based on the work being performed or exposure to unique hazards. Please stay in your designated visit or work area. Access to authorized or restricted areas are prohibited unless accompanied by an Eagle Mine representative. Before beginning work, discuss all aspects of your job with the Eagle Mine employee designated as responsible for the job. Always remember to conduct a pre-task hazard assessment before starting each job or task. Always be alert for potentially hazardous conditions and be on the lookout for mobile equipment, as it has the right of way when on site or in an active work area. Be aware of environmental hazards such as deer, bears, and insects. If you are in doubt of any procedure or hazard, discuss it with your Eagle Mine contact or nearest supervisor. When using a vehicle on site, a pre-operational inspection is required. Obey posted speed limits and traffic control devices and drive according to the conditions. When on site or in an active work area, the wheels of a parked vehicle must be chalked and the parking brake set. All personnel who operate vehicles on Eagle Mine property must have a valid driver's license. Firearms are not permitted on Eagle Mine property. Only park in contractor, vendor, or visitor designated areas, and cameras are not allowed without permission.
Welcome back. But now you've completed your Eagle Mine operations induction. What impressions and what messages has that left you with? Let's do a bit of a wrap up. We produce a quality product that we send to global markets. We believe in zero harm. We believe that every injury is preventable. We're protective of the environment, and we intimately engage with our community stakeholders. We're proud to be Eagle employees. Thank you very much, and I hope you had a wonderful day and a wonderful stay at Eagle Mine.